Krishna, welcome everyone. So we'll continue our Srimad Bhagavatam study. So we are in 10th canto, 17th chapter, the history of Kalya, and we'll do 7th verse today. Yes, we completed 6th verse last time, 7th one will complete. So we'll chant the prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupapadamyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shvetapadakamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutete Viparamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuve Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Okay, I think now it is clear. So, 7th shloka. Tam taksha putra sa nijasya manyuman prachanda vego madhusudana पक्षेन सव्येन हिरण्यरुचिसा जघानकद्रुसुतम् उग्रविक्रमा तं हिम कालिया ताक्षपुत्र the son of Kashyapa sa he Garuda nirasya warding off Manyuman full of anger Prachanda Vega moving with terrible swiftness Madhusudana Asana the carrier of Lord Madhusudana, Krishna, Akshena with his wing, Savyena, left Hiranya like gold, Rochisha, the effulgence of which Jaghana. He struck Kadru Sutam, the son of Kadru Kalia, Ugra, mighty, Vikrama, his prowess. Translation by the humble servants of Srila Prabhupada. The angry son of Taksha moved with overwhelming speed in repelling Kalia's attack. That terribly powerful carrier of Lord Madhusudana struck the son of Kadru with his left wing, which shone like gold. 8th shloka. Suparna Pakshabhihata Kaliyo Ativa Vivala Radam Vivesha Kalindyastad Agamyam Durasadam Suparna of Garuda Paksha by the wing Abhihata beaten Kalia Ativa extremely Vivala distraught Radam a lake Vivesha he entered Kalinda of the river Yamuna Tat Agamyam unapproachable by Garuda Durashadam difficult to enter. Translation beaten by Garuda's wing, Kalia was extremely distraught and thus he took shelter of a lake adjoining the river Yamuna. Garuda could not enter this lake, indeed, he could not even approach it. तत्रैकदा जलश्चरं गुरुडो भक्ष्यम् ईप्सितं निवारितः सौभरिणा प्रसह्य शुद्धितो हरात्. Tatra there, in that lake Ekada, once Jalacharam, an aquatic creature, Garuda Bhaksham, his proper food, Ipshitam, desired, Nivarita, forbidden, Sobarina, by Sobari Muni, Prasaya, taking courage, Shudhita, feeling hunger, Aharat, he took. Translation: In that very lake, Garuda had once desired to eat a fish being, after all, his normal food. Although forbidden by the sage Shobari, who was meditating there within the water, Garuda took courage and, feeling hungry, seized the fish. Purport: Shukadev Goswami is now explaining why Garuda could not approach the lake in the Yamuna river. It is the nature of birds to eat fish, and thus, by the arrangement of the Lord, the great bird Garuda does not commit an offense by nourishing himself with fish. On the other hand, Saubhari Muni is forbidding a much greater personality to eat his normal food did constitute an offense. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Shobhari committed two offenses. First, he dared to give an order to a supremely exalted soul like Garuda, and second, he obstructed Garuda from satisfying his desire. Next verse. Minan sudukhitam drishtva dinan mina patau hate kipraso bhari praha tatratya shemam acharan. Minan, the fish, sudukhitam, most unhappy, drishtva, seeing, dinan, wretched, mina patau, the lord of the fish, hate, being killed, kripiya, out of compassion, shobhari, praha, spoke, tatratya, for those living there, Shemam, the welfare, Acharan, trying to enact. Seeing how the unfortunate fish in that lake had become most unhappy at the death of their leader, Shobhari uttered the following curse under the impression that he was mercifully acting for the benefit of the lake's residents. Purport: In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that when our so-called compassion does not tally with the order of the Supreme Lord, it merely causes a disturbance. This is same as showing compassion at a wrong place or something which is not approved by the Lord. Just like we see in Bhagavad Gita also. In the beginning, Arjuna showed compassion towards his kinsman. Similar way. So, because Shobhari had forbidden Garuda's coming to that lake, Kalia moved in and made his headquarters there, and this spelled doom for all the lake's residents. अत्र प्रविश्य गरुडो यदि मत्स्यांस खादति सद्य प्राणैर्वियुज्येत satyam etad brahmimi aham. Atra, in this lake pravishya, entering Garuda, yadi, if, Matsyan, the fish, sa he khaditi, eats sadya, immediately, pranay, of his life, of his force of life, viyujeta, will become deprived. Satyam, truthfully, etad, this Brahmini, I am speaking, aham, I. Translation: If Garuda ever again enters this lake and eats the fish here, he will immediately lose his life. What I am saying is the truth. Purport: The Acharyas explain in this regard that because of Shobhari Muni's maternal attachment and affection for a fish, he failed to see the situation from the spiritual viewpoint. Ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes his fall down for this offense. Because of false pride, Shobhari Muni lost his power of austerity and with it his spiritual beauty and happiness. When Garuda came to the Yamuna, Shobhari Muni thought, although he may be a personal associate of the Supreme Lord, I will still curse him and even kill him if he disobeys my order. Such an offensive attitude against an exalted Vaishnava will certainly destroy one's auspicious position in life. As ninth canto describes, Shobhari Muni married many beautiful women and suffered greatly in the association, but because he had once become glorious by taking shelter of the Yamuna river in Sri Vrindavan, he was ultimately delivered. So that is explained in detail in the previous canto. We have gone through it. 12th verse. Tatkaliyapada param veda nanya kashana leliha avatsid garuda bhita krishnena cha vivashita. Tam that Kalya Param only Veda knew, na not Anya other Kashchana, any, Leliha, serpent, Avatsit. He dwelt Garudat of Garuda, Bhita, afraid, Krishnena by Krishna, Cha and Vivasita, expelled. Translation. Of all the serpents, only Kalia came to know of this affair, and in fear of Garuda, he took up residence in that Yamuna lake. Of all the serpents, only Kalia came to know of this affair, and in fear of Garuda, he took up residence in that Yamuna lake. Later, Lord Krishna drove him out. Krishnam hridad vinishkrantam divyashragandhavashasam Mahamani Ganakirnam Jambu Nada Pariskritam Upalabhyotita Sarve. Okay, sorry. This is continuation. Upalabhyota Sarve. Labdha Prana Ivasha Pramoda Nibritatmano Gopa Prityabhire. Krishnam, Lord Krishna, Hridat from out of the lake, Vinishkrantam, rising up, Divya, divine, Shrak, wearing garlands, Gandha, fragrances, Vashasham, and garments, Mani Gana, by many fine jewels, Akirnam, covered, Jambu Nada, with gold, Parishkritam, decorated, Upalabhya, seeing, Uttita, rising up, Sarve, all of them, Labdha Prana, which have regained their vital force. Eva, just as Asava, senses, Pramoda, with joy, Nibhrita Atmana, being filled, Gopa, the cowherds, Pritya, with affection, Bhire, embraced him. Translation. Resuming his description of Krishna's chastisement of Kalya, Sukadev Goswami continued. Resuming his description of Krishna's chastisement of Kalia, Sukadev Goswami continued, Krishna rose up out of the lake wearing divine garlands, fragrances, and garments covered with many fine jewels and decorated with gold. When the cowherds saw him, they all stood up immediately, just like an unconscious person's senses coming back to life. Filled with great joy, they affectionately embraced him. Yashoda Rohini Nando Gopya Gopascha Kaurava Krishnam Sametya Labdheha Asan Shushka Naga Api Yashoda Rohini Nanda Yashoda Rohini and Nanda Maharaj, Gopya, the cowherd ladies, Gopa, the cowherd men, Cha and Kaurava, O Parikshit, descendant of Kuru, Krishnam, Lord Krishna, Sametya, meeting, Labdha, having regained Iha, their conscious functions, Asan, they became Shushka, dried up, Naga, the trees, Api, even. Having regained the vital functions, Yashoda, Rohini, Nanda, and all other cowherd women and men went up to Krishna. O descendant of Kuru, even the dried up trees came back to life. Ramaschachutam alingya jahasasyanubhavavit premna tat ankam aropya punah udaikshata gavo vrisha vatsartaryo lebhire paramamdam. Rama, Lord Balaram, Shah, and Achyutam, Krishna, the infallible Supreme Personality of Godhead, Alingya, embracing Jahasa, laughed Asya, his Anubhava with. Knowing well the omnipotence, Premna, out of love, Tam, him, Ankam, up on up on his own lap, Aropya, raising Puna again and again, Udayakshata looked upon Gava, the cows, Vrisha, the bulls, Vatsatarya, the female calves, Lebhire. They attained Paramam, supreme, Mudam, pleasure. Translation. Lord Balaram embraced his infallible brother and laughed, knowing well the extent of Krishna's potency. Out of great feelings of love, Balaram lifted Krishna up to his lap and repeatedly looked at him. The cows, bulls, and Other and young female calves also achieved the highest pleasure. Nandam Vipra Samagatya Gurava Sakalatraka ऊचुस्ते कालियाग्रस्तो दिष्ट्या मुक्तस्तवात्मजा. Nandam to Nanda Maharaj Vipra, the Brahmanas, Samagautya, coming up, Guruva, respectable personalities, Sir Kalatraka, along with their wives, Uchu said they Kaliya Grasta, sieged by Kaliya, Drishtya, by providence, Mukta, freed, Tava, your Atmaja, son. Translation: all the respectable Brahmanas, together with their wives, came forward to greet Maharaj Nanda Maharaj. They said to him, your son was in the grips of Kaliya, but by the grace of providence, he is now free. देहि दानं द्विजातीनां कृष्णं निर्मुक्तिहेतवे नन्द प्रीतमना राजन् गा सुवर्णं तदा दिशत. Dehi, you should give danam, charity, dvijatinam, to the Brahmanas, Krishna Nirmukti, the safety of Krishna, Haritave, for the purpose of Nanda Maharaj, Prita Mana, satisfied within his mind, Rajan, O King Parikshit, cows, Suvarnam, gold, Tada, then Adichat gave. The Brahmanas then advised Nanda Maharaj to assure that your son Krishna will always be free from danger. You should give charity to the Brahmanas. With a satisfied mind, O King, Nanda Maharaj then very gladly gave them gifts of cows and gold. यशोदापि महाभागा नष्टलब्ध प्रजा सती परिश वज्जानकम आरोप्य मुमोचाश्रुकलां मुहुः. Yashoda, Mother Yashoda, Api, and Mahabhaga, the greatly fortunate Nashta, having lost Labdha and regained Praja, her son Sati, the chaste lady, Parishvajya, embracing Ankam upon her lap, Aropya, raising Mumocha. She released Ashru of tears, Kalam, a torrent. Muhu repeatedly. Translation: the greatly fortunate Mother Yashoda, having lost her son and then regained him, placed him on her lap. That chaste lady cried constant torrents of tears as she repeatedly embraced him. Tan ratrim tatra Rajendra Kshutridbhyam Shramakarshita Ushur Vrajau Kasho Gava Kalinda Upakulata. Tam, that Ratrim night Tatra there, Raja Indra, O most exalted of kings, Shutribhyam, by hunger and thirst, Shrama, and by fatigue, Karshita, weakened, Ushu, they remained, Vraja Okasha, the people of Vrindavan, Gava and the cows Kalinda of the Yamuna, Upakulata, near the shore. Translation: O best of kings, Parikshit, because the residents of Vrindavan were feeling very weak from hunger, thirst, and fatigue, they and the cows spent the night where they were lying down near the bank of the Kalindi. So, because the whole day went in this Kalia, so this killing of Kalia serpent, so it was almost night, so they were feeling hungry, thirsty, and very tired also. So they slept there at the bank of near the bank of Kalindi Yamuna. Papa, Srila Jiva Goswami points out that although the people were weak from hunger and thirst, they did not drink the milk from the cows present there because they feared it had been contaminated by the serpent's poison. The residents of Vrindavan were so overjoyed to get back their beloved Krishna that they did not want to go back to their houses. They wanted to stay with Krishna on the bank of the Yamuna so that they could continuously see him. Thus, they decided to take rest near the river bank. So, Krishna also will be there because if they go back to their houses, then Krishna also will go back to his own house. So, they decided to stay there so that they can continuously, see the Lord or Krishna, little Krishna. तदा शुचि वनोद्भूतो दावाग्नि सर्वतो व्रजं सुप्तं निशीथ आवृत्य प्रदग्धुम उपचक्रमे. Tada, then Shuchi of the summer vana in the forest, Udbhuta, rising, Dava Agni, a conflagration conflagration. Sarvata, on all sides, Vrajam, the people of Vrindavan, Suptam, sleeping, Nishithe. In the middle of the night, Avritya, surrounding Pradagdhum, to burn, Upachakrame, began. Translation. During the night, while the people of Vrindavan were asleep, a great fire blazed up within the dry summer forest. The fire surrounded the inhabitants of Vraja on all sides and began to scorch them. Puppet. Shri Sanatan Goswami and Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur have commented that perhaps a loyal friend of Kalia had assumed the form of a forest fire to avenge his friend, and perhaps the forest fire was manifested or perhaps the forest fire was manifested by a demon who was a follower of Kamsa's. Tata Uthaya Sambhranta Dayamana Vrajokasha Krishnam Yayushte Sharanam Maya Manujam Ishwaram. Tata then Uthaya waking up Sambhranta agitated Dahyamana about to be burned Vrajokasha, the people of Vraja, Krishnam to Krishna Yayu went they Sharanam for shelter, Maya by his potency, Manjam, appearing like a human being, Ishwaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation. Then the residents of Vrindavan woke up extremely disturbed by the great fire threatening to burn them. Thus they took shelter of Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who by his spiritual potency appeared like an ordinary human being. Purport. The Shruti or Vedic mantra state Sarupa Bhutya Nitya Shaktya Maya Khyaya. The Lord's eternal potency named Maya is innate in his original form. Thus, within the eternal spiritual body of the Supreme Lord, there is infinite potency which effortlessly manipulates all existence according to the omniscient desire of the Absolute Truth. The residents of Vrindavan took shelter of Krishna, thinking, this blessed boy will certainly be empowered by God to save us. They remembered the words of the sage Garga Muni spoken at the birth ceremony of Lord Krishna. Anena sarva durgani yuyam anjas tarishyatha. By his power, you will easily be able to cross over all obstacles. Bhagavatam 10.8.16. Therefore, the residents of Vrindavan who had full faith in Krishna took shelter of the Lord in hopes of being saved from the impending disaster threatened by the forest fire. If we can also have this much faith in Krishna, then our life also can be actually perfect. Next verse Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga He Rama Mita Vikrama एष घोरतमो वह्निस्तावकान्ग्रसते हि न Krishna, O Krishna, Krishna, O Krishna, Mahabhaga, O Lord of all opulence, Hey Rama, O Lord Balaram, source of all happiness, Amita Vikrama, you whose power is unlimited, Esha, this, Ghoratama, most terrible, Vahni, fire, Tavakan, who are yours, Grasate is devouring, he indeed, na us. Vrindavan's residents said, Krishna, Krishna, O Lord of all opulence, O Rama, possessor of unlimited power, this most terrible fire is about to devour us, your devotees. 24th verse Sudushtaran na syanpahi kalagne suruda prabhu na shaknuvastva charanam santyaktam akuto bhayam Sudushtarat. From the insurmountable now as San, your own devotees, Pahi, please protect Kala Agne. From the fire of death, Suruda, your true friends, Prabhu, O Supreme Master, Na Shaknuma. We are incapable. Tat Charanam, your feet, Santyaktum, to give up Akuta Bhayam, which drive away all fear. Translation. O Lord, we are your true friends and devotees. Please protect us from this insurmountable fire of death. We can never give up. We can never give up your lotus feet, which drive away all fear. Puppet. The residents of Vrindavan told Krishna, if this deadly fire overcomes us, we will be separated from your lotus feet. And this is unbearable for us. Therefore, just so that we can go on serving your lotus feet, please protect us. Itam swajana vaiklavyam niriksha jagadishvara tam agnim apivat tivram anantananta shakti druk. Itam, in this manner, Swajana, of his own devotees, Vaiklavyam, The disturbed condition, Niriksha, seeing Jagatishwara, the Lord of the universe, Tam that Agnim fire Apibat drank Tivram, terrible Ananta, the unlimited Lord, Ananta Shakti Drik, the possessor of unlimited potencies. Translation: seeing his devotees so disturbed, Sri Krishna, the infinite Lord of the universe and possessor of infinite power, then swallowed the terrible forest fire. Seeing his devotees so disturbed, Sri Krishna, the infinite Lord of the universe and possessor of infinite power, then swallowed the terrible forest fire. Thus ended Bhaktivedanta, the purports of the humble servants of his divine grace, is Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to 10th canto, 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The History of Kalia. 18th chapter, number 18. Lord Balram slays the demon Pralamba. The killing of Pralambasura is described in this chapter. While playing happily in Vrindavan, Lord Balaram climbed up on the shoulders of the demon Pralamba and struck his head with his fist, destroying him. Sri Vrindavan, where Krishna and Balaram enacted the pastimes, was even during the summer decorated with all the qualities of spring. At that time, Lord Sri Krishna would become absorbed in various sports, surrounded by Balaram and all the cowherd boys. One day they were intently dancing, singing, and playing when a demon named Pralamba entered their midst, disguised as a cowherd boy. The omniscient Lord Krishna saw through the disguise, but even as he thought of how to kill the demon, he treated him as a friend. Krishna then suggested to his young friends in Govaladev that they play a game involving contending parties. Taking the role of leaders, Krishna and Balram divided the boys into two groups and determined that the losers would have to carry the winners on their shoulders. Thus, when Sridhama and Vrishabha, members of Balram's party, were victorious, Krishna and another boy in his party carried them on their shoulders. Pralambasura thought that the unconquerable Lord Shri Krishna would be too great an opponent to contend with, so the demon fought with Balaram instead and was defeated. Taking Lord Balram on his back, Pralambasura began to walk away very swiftly, but Balram became as heavy as Mount Sumeru, and the demon, unable to carry him, had to reveal his true demoniac form. When Balram saw this terrible form, he struck the demon a ferocious blow on the head with his fist. This blow shattered Pralambasura's head just as lightning bolts hurled by the king of the demigods shatter mountains. The demon repeatedly vomited blood and then fell upon the ground. When the cowherd boys saw Lord Balaram return, they joyfully embraced and congratulated him as the demigods showered garlands of flowers from the heavens and glorified him. When the cowherd boys saw Lord Balaram return, they joyfully embraced and congratulated him as the demigod showered garlands of flowers from the heavens and glorified him. So, text number 1, Shishukovacha Atha Krishna Parivrito Gyati Muditatmabhi Anugiyamano Nyavishad Vrajam Gokula Manditam. Shishukovacha, Shishukadev Goswami said, Atha, next Krishna, Lord Krishna, Parivrita, surrounded Gyatibhi by his companions, Mudita Atmabhi, who were joyful by nature, Anugiyamana, his glory is being chanted, Navishat, entered Vraja, Gokula by the herds of cows, Manditam, decorated. Translation: Sukadev Goswami said, surrounded by his blissful companions who constantly chanted his glories, Sri Krishna then entered the village of Vraja, which was decorated with herds of cows. व्रजे विक्रीडतो एवं गोपालच्छद्ममायया ग्रीष्मो नामृतुरभवं नातिप्रेयाञ्चरीणां व्रजे in Vrindavan Vikridato. While the two of them were sporting, Evam, in this way Gopala, as cowherd boys, Shadma of the disguise, Maya by the illusion, Grishma, Summer, Nama, thus designated Ritu, the season above what came about, no, not Ati Prayan, very much favored Sharirinam by embodied beings. By translation, while Krishna and Balram were thus enjoying life in Vrindavan in the guise of ordinary cowherd boys, the summer season gradually appeared. This season is not very pleasing to embodied souls. Purport. In chapter 18th of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada comments as follows: the summer season in India is not very much welcome because of the excessive heat. But in Vrindavan, everyone is pleased because summer there appeared just like spring. Because Krishna himself represents in Sri Vrindavan Dham. स च वृन्दावनगुणै वसन्त इव लक्षित यत्रास्ते भगवान् साक्षात् रामेण सह केशव. So this hot season, Cha nevertheless Vrindavan of Sri Vrindavana Gunai, by the transcendental qualities Vasanta, springtime, Eva, as if Lakshita, manifesting symptoms Yatra, in which Vrindavan Aste remains Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sakshat personally, Ramena Saha, together with Lord Balram, Keshava, Lord Sri Krishna. Translation. Nevertheless, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally staying in Vrindavan along with Balaram, summer manifested the qualities of spring. Such are the features of the land of Vrindavan. Okay, so we'll stop here and next we'll continue. Fourth verse onwards will next continue next time. So thank you so much everyone for joining. Granthana Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.